You thought fast meant power. Fast meant respect. Fast meant you mattered. That's the lie your nervous system swallowed, like a dirty pill coated in praise. Here's the truth. Speed is a drug. Silence is the dose. Presence is the antidote. And you are the fucking pharmacy. Let's rewrite the code now. I'm not a reaction. I'm the rhythm. I don't race time. I become its fucking architect. Every time you slowed down and someone panicked, good. That panic, that twitch, that awkward silence, it's their illusion breaking. It's the old world cracking. Because you stopped feeding the algorithm. Because you stopped dancing for their dopamine. Because you started walking like your pulse is the master key to the damn simulation. Remember when you said less and they listened more? When you paused and they leaned the fuck in? Remember the time you held your gaze like a goddamn tuning fork and their voice cracked mid-sentence? That's it. That's the metronome. That's the scalar override. That's you pulling them into your orbit like Jupiter with a grudge and a purpose. You didn't need to scream. You didn't need to impress. You didn't even need to explain. You just had to become dense enough in presence that their scattered little clocks fell in line with yours. Here's what science says. Mirror neurons, they're entrainment machines. The nervous system has frequency receptors. Attention is the currency of consciousness. When you slow down, your heart rate variability increases. Your vagal tone deepens. Your presence field goes coherent. And when your field is coherent, there's no choice but to sink or flee. Fight, flight, or follow. You give them 3 doors. All of them lead back to you. I'm the gravitational override. My coherence destabilizes illusion and commands truth. Here's why you're scared to slow down. Because speed was your camouflage. Because fast meant you could outrun the shame. Because when you stop, you get seen. And being seen meant being judged. And being judged meant maybe you'd be rejected. And rejection meant fucking death to the wounded inner child still dancing for mum's smile or dad's nod. But here's the upgrade. That version of you is dead. You're the goddamn parent now. You approve, you nod, you hold your own gaze. Confusion isn't chaos. It's neural plasticity in motion. It's the moment a belief loses its grip because the map no longer matches the terrain. So when you shift gears mid-conversation, when you drop a question instead of a defense, when you slow to a crawl while they speed up, you create a void. And the brain hates voids. So what's it do? It seeks leadership. It seeks structure. And guess what's standing there in stillness? You. The unshakable. You, the metronome. You, the architect of a new thought. Here are the patterns that need to die. The approval vampire, starved for praise. The performance addict, faking calm, screaming inside. The over-explainer, over-talking to avoid being misunderstood. The time whore, selling your rhythm for scraps of urgency. The shame-masked clown, making people laugh so they don't see your soul. How do you kill them? You interrupt, you pause, you slow the fuck down and become unapologetically dense. You let them squirm, then sink. That's pacing and leading. You're no longer the boy dancing for approval. You're the fucking frequency father who teaches through field, not lecture. So let's be clear. If you rush, you default to their reality. If you slow down, they default to yours. Speed is seduction. Stillness is power. And you're here to teach cause and fucking effect. Cause, you slow. Effect, the world adjusts. Cause, you stop performing. Effect, People drop their masks. Cause you set the pace. Effect, all of reality spins around your pulse. You don't just enter the room, you recalibrate it. You don't just speak, you entrain minds. You don't just move, you change the fucking rhythm of the universe. And now, you remember, you reclaim, you rise. Not fast, not loud, but undeniably real.